Stephen. Thanks for coming in for your appointment today. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, good. So, did you enjoy your winter break, your couple weeks off?
Yeah, it was nice, really nice. Got to do a bit of skiing with the family, so that was cool. Just
awesome.
relax.
Yeah? Where do you go skiing?
Just up in Tahoe.
Oh, how long have you been skiing for?
Since I was about 12 years old, yeah. It's been
Oh,
something
wow.
our family's really been into, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So you enjoyed that, like finishing the semester, having that clean break, and then going into winter break and
Yeah,
just enjoying
definitely.
your time off?
Yeah, because you can kind of not forget about school, but there's nothing carrying over. You can really sort of relax for those couple of weeks.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad you made your second semester appointment with me today. So we're going to just talk a little bit about some goal setting, review your transcript because you're second semester senior, so really close to graduating, and then to just talk about some ways that I can support you. Okay?
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. So I think our first thing that we will go ahead and do is take a look at your transcript. Okay? So one of the first things I want to make sure is your contact information, like your mailing address and everything. Does that look accurate?
Looks good.
Okay. And then birth date?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is how we're going to like contact you after you graduate, and also we want to make sure like your name is printed correctly on your diploma. Okay? So your second semester grades are already posted on here. So for senior English, got a B+, great job. And for Gov Econ, you also got a B+, because remember those grades are connected here at Da Vinci. And then for Calc, you got a B, that's awesome. And that's an AP class, so that's actually going to be a weighted grade to give you a little boost in your GPA. And then Zoology and Botany, you got a solid B too. And then Leadership class, you got an A. How are you enjoying the Leadership class?
Yeah, I really enjoy it actually. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's nice getting to know like a lot of other students and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So.
and you're like the senior class treasurer, right?
Yep.
Awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad you took on that role. Okay, so you can see this is your weighted GPA for that specific semester, and then that has already been calculated into these GPAs here. So I know you've already done your college applications, and I remember you did some schools using the Common App, and also some CSU and UCs, so you did those applications as well.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and forward on your mid-year transcript for your Common App so that they can see these grades. And then I'll take care of sending over your finalized application, or excuse me, your finalized transcript at the end of this semester.
Fantastic. So you'll take care of that?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so I go ahead and post that for you, okay? All right, so the other thing I want to just make sure is that we're on track with graduation credits as well. Also making sure that you're passing all these classes with C's or better, which you did. So remember, we need 230 credits required for graduation here at Da Vinci. And you have completed 220. And the only things you have left for graduation requirements are 1 semester of your senior English class and 1 semester of your history class. But at Da Vinci, you need 5 classes, right? So that's why you're staying enrolled in all the other classes.
Okay.
But technically, these are the only 2 classes that you need to pass in terms of graduation credit. Colleges obviously still want to see those C's or above for all of those classes this semester. So you really want to keep up that good work that you did. Okay? Any questions about your transcript?
So this English class is different to this English class?
Same class.
Oh, is it?
Yep, year-long class. So you're going to
Okay.
keep the same teacher and everything.
Excellent. Cool.
Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm going to send you home with this copy today so you can have it, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and start talking about some goal setting, right? We want to make sure that you're staying on track for graduation, but also those colleges you apply to, and, you know, doing some goal setting to really help keep that motivation up as a second semester senior, because we know that sometimes that can be hard.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so we're going to focus on doing SMART goals. Have you heard of SMART goals before?
Yeah.
So they have to be, it's an acronym, right? So they have to be
Oh,
specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and have a time frame, the SMART.
Yeah.
And so we're going to actually talk about two SMART goals. One, an academic goal, and then another one, a social emotional goal. Okay? So we're going to just kind of have a collaborative conversation around it, finding out what you really want to focus on, and then documenting that. Okay? So I'll scribe as we kind of talk through our conversation. Okay? So let's focus first on the social emotional goal. And when I say social emotional, I mean another way to think about it is, what is something that you do outside of school to help take care of yourself? School can be stressful, things in life can be stressful, so what are you doing to really like help keep yourself de-stressed?
I like to play sports, like watch sports, like especially soccer. That's a keen interest of mine. I also play soccer, I like to watch soccer.
Yeah.
Sort of, like say something to take my mind completely off everything else and just focus on that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And is that something you tend to do on the weekends, or do you do that during the week?
Mainly the weekends, but sometimes on a weeknight too, in the evenings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's important to kind of have that opportunity to like disconnect from some of the stressful
And
stuff.
it's good exercise and
do you have a
stuff
team
too.
that you support?
Yeah, I have a team. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Who's your team?
Tottenham.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. I've talked to a couple other students who like support some Premier League teams as well. Okay, so you talk to me a little bit more about like the specifics around watching soccer. What is it that you want to really dedicate doing this semester when it comes to that?
To watching.
Well, you told me that's a way that you de-stress. So are you wanting to talk about a commitment that you want to make to like give yourself that break once a week?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Probably playing at least once.
Playing soccer
once a week.
Okay.
Maybe twice a week, once in the evening and once at the weekend.
Okay. At least. So I play soccer at least one time per week in the evenings. And one time on the weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. And are we talking about this for the remainder of the semester? Remember, we want that time-specific piece of this goal. So are we thinking about focusing on doing that throughout the rest of the semester? Okay. Okay. Great. And so it's specific, right? Because we know what it is you want to do. We have this way of measuring it because you're telling me you're doing it one time per week and then one time on the weekend, so we can track that. And then you want to continue that throughout the rest of the semester. So that's a really good, detailed SMART goal. Awesome. Okay. Questions about that?
No, I don't. I think it makes sense. Like something I really look forward to and enjoy, and it's like
Yeah.
sort of making that. Something like that you never always think is a priority, but try and make that as a
I think that's important. And you know, when you go on outside after Da Vinci, you know, your post-secondary school, it's important that you have those things that you are also committed to, you know, because it's going to be lots of changes happening, new school, moving, potentially new people that you're interacting with. And so I think that might be a really great way for you to connect with people, is maybe find like co-ed, maybe not the right word, but what's the, like a rec team.
League,
that you could play in, and that might be a nice way of connecting with people too. Cool. Okay, so the next area we're going to focus on is academic goal. Okay, so obviously when we looked at your transcript, you're taking some tough classes, right? Calc, AP Calc, while managing your political studies classes, the English and history combined. And so what is it that you would like to achieve in terms of your academics this semester?
Well, I've been pretty happy with what I've achieved so far. I think I can still do better, but I think right now I really want to try and maintain that B average, possibly push it up. Obviously I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but I feel like at the same time I feel like I can shoot for better.
Okay. B average for all classes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And so that's going to be for the remainder of the semester, so that's your time frame? Okay. And let's talk a little bit about the specifics around how to maintain that B average, right? So we get that specific and measurable piece of the school. So what tends to be, is it homework completion or test taking that tends to sometimes dip your grade more?
Probably more about getting things in on time, like some of the assignments.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty good at when it comes to tests and quizzes, because they come up like quite regular. You can kind of. I'm definitely the kind of person who likes getting flashcards and studying like that.
Great. So you have some strategies.
Yeah, and then but
Okay.
sometimes when it comes to doing like a more in-depth piece of work, I can sometimes procrastinate, and
Okay.
sometimes that's been a bit of a struggle getting everything in on time.
Okay, so that's kind of where we're seeing the points lost in your grade.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you track your work? Do you have some type of planner system that you use to organize like due dates of things?
Not really. I just kind of like keep a note in my binder, like maybe post-its and stuff like that. It's probably not the best way to do it. But.
Well, you say post-its, and I'm a big fan of post-its. So one of the programs that's actually on the school laptop that you were issued is this digital sticky notes program. Are you familiar with that? So essentially, you just go down here into this search bar, you type sticky notes, and it's just a program that you can open up. And then you can kind of organize this in a couple different ways. I've had students do it a few different ways. You can essentially have a sticky note on your desktop screen of your laptop for one date for each week, or one sticky note for each day of the week, or you could have one sticky note per class. So for example, this sticky note could be designated to English, and you list all the assignments and due dates for that week. Or you could be like Monday, English I have this, math I have this, history I have this. So it's a couple different ways, and it's important to kind of figure out what works for you. But I really like this program because it stays open all the time. So you can close your laptop screen or shut down your computer, but when you reopen when you return on your computer,
You don't have to keep hitting save, right?
Just saves it. Yeah.
Can you, might be a stupid question, but you can do different colours?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
So you can have it color coded depending on how you want to track the work. So if that's where you're kind of missing some of the points on your assignments, it might be a good way to look at like how you're actually tracking your work. And again, I think because you're getting close to graduation, these are just important things to think about once you graduate and move on, like figuring out some systems that work for you that you can use in your everyday life, you know? Especially because you're going to be managing different types of classes when you go on to college too.
Yeah.
So is that something you think you might be interested in trying?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you'd like to maintain a B average for all your classes for the rest of the semester, and you really want to work on the work completion, turning your assignments in on time by trying the new digital sticky notes program? Okay. Okay, awesome. And I made this a Google Doc, so I'm going to share this with you so that you have this as a reference in case your parents ask why we met today, but also for you to refer back to as well.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Yeah,
So, yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to help. Any other questions about the goal setting that we did today?
No, I think already I feel like using the sticky notes system could be just the one thing I need to try and... It's always been the struggle to sort of stay organised and stuff, so I think it could be... It's definitely worth a try, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, habits take a while to form, right? And using something consistently. So, like, if you're forgetting, like, don't beat yourself up about it. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to use it regularly. And I think you'll notice if you're turning more work in on time, then the system's working for you, right? But if you're not seeing an increase in your grades and work completion, then that systems might not be the best fit for you. That's kind of what I tell students is like, try it out. If you're not seeing the benefits, then come back in and we'll talk about some other options for planners. I love talking about planners, so I've got lots of options, okay? All right. Any other questions about the goals?
No, I think... it's really helpful.
Okay, so we've started the semester already, right? We're about a week in. Any concerns come up on any of your classes right now?
Not that I can think of. Obviously it takes, especially after a nice break, it takes a little bit getting back up to speed.
Yeah.
yeah, so this week's kind of been not tough, but like I said, getting back into that mode and just getting back up to speed and just, yeah, a little bit overwhelming at times, but I think I feel like that at the start of every semester, and looking back, it take a couple of weeks in, you kind of just back into the groove and feeling okay about stuff. So.
Great. Everything going on for you fine outside of school?
Yeah, good. Yeah, no complaints.
No concerns at home?
No, everything's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said when you went for skiing, your whole family went?
Yep.
And so do you live with mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay, and then siblings? I can't remember.
Got a younger sister.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. And what grade is she in?
8th grade.
Oh, okay. So you're graduating and then she's coming in.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Thank God for that. Right?
Yeah, you don't want to be at the same school.
No.
Okay.
That's just my little sister. Yeah.
Fair enough. I get that. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad you came in today for your second
thank
semester
you.
meeting. So you're taking your transcript with you,
Mhm.
okay? I'm sharing this Google Doc with you right now so that you'll have a copy of this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're switching over to a new system so you can sign up digitally to do appointments, okay? So you can, I'll show you how to do that, just briefly if you don't mind,
Yeah,
before you get back to class. So basically you're gonna go onto this link here, and you're going to copy and paste my email address into the link, and then you're going to be able to see my calendar, and then you can just digitally or electronically sign up for an appointment. So the clipboards in the office are going to go away. You won't have to sign up for it that way, okay? You're just going to sign up
things
online.
a bit easier.
Yeah, so like you don't have to leave class to sign up for an appointment anymore.
Is there not that I'll probably be meeting with you every week, but is there that possibility if I needed to?
Absolutely,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm happy to check in with you, and we're going to switch over to this starting on Monday, okay? And we're going to make that announcement in all the classes so that students know how to sign up for their counselor. Just because for years it's been the clipboard and we're trying something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take the same put on the fridge.
Awesome. All right, thank
Cool.
you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, glad
See
you
ya.
came in today. Have a good rest of your
Yeah,
day.
you too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.